Hello, my dear friends. I'm about to give you a free gift. It's a sample video from my patreon.com site, and it is a mini mentoring session. You'll get one of these every Friday, just as a little teaser, a little taste to see what it would be like to get one of these 5 days a week. If you decide you'd like to have one of these mini mentoring sessions 5 days a week, ad-free, go to A Better Life with FlyLady Kat at patreon.com, patreon.com, and sign up. It's only $5 a month. You get 20 videos a month, and they are designed to give you a kick in the pants first thing in the morning. It's set up so that you can see them first thing, so you can watch them in bed even before you get going. It's designed for payroll and at-home homemakers, and it will help you with the way you think about the way you're doing life and doing the FlyLady system. So I hope that you go over and check out my Patreon site. While you're there, look at all of the other opportunities that I have for you for mentoring. We do personal one-on-one mentoring. There are different levels of that. And also I offer this year in 2022 financial mentoring. So if you need a budget, if you would like to be financially independent, now's the time to sign up for that as well. Okay, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the video. Hello, my dear patrons. Today is Monday. It is the first week of May, if you can believe that. And we are in Zone 1, the entryway. What a perfect week for a whole week of entryway. We don't often get an entire week dedicated to entryway, but it's a great week for doing this because we're in springtime. Most of you don't have snow. I know some of you do, but you know that it's not for much longer. If you have a snow-covered front porch, of course, you'll need to do the insides of the entryway. But most of us find that we are not covered with snow and we can do the outside. So we can clean the front door, we can clean the doorbell, we can clean give it a good sweep, maybe change our mat, change the wreath on the door, clean the side glass, anything like that to make it look really nice. Maybe even plant up a spring planter. Or if you're in the South like I am, spring flowers in Alabama and South are gone. So some lilies maybe could go in there, or something that can stand full sun depending on where you live. But think about how your front porch looks. How does it welcome who comes into your house? It's a precursor of what's about to happen when you open the door. All right, so that's the zone. Whether you're payroll or not, payroll, you're going to do it on Saturday morning for an hour. Those of us who are at-home homemakers are going to do 15 minutes 4 times this week. Those of us who are payroll are going to do an hour on Saturday. I am payroll. Okay, so let's talk about our inspiration for the week. The inspiration question is, are you the alpha of your home? Now, I realize that we do not rule over our husbands, nor do they rule over us. I mean, we are a team, we are helpmates. But somebody has to have the final word, and in most Christian households, the husband would have the final word. So you would ask your husband what he thinks, he would ask what you think. If you come to no compromise, then somebody has to have their way. And if you want a happier household, you would let your husband lead. If he is a good Christian man, that's what you want to do. Okay, now, are you the alpha of your home? The question in this situation is, are you the actual nurturer, the homemaker, the person who has the last word regarding where your family lays their head? Yes, you do, because your spouse isn't interested in that. He's interested in providing and protecting. You're interested in nurturing and nourishing and providing a lovely place. That's what you're interested in. So you're the alpha in that area. If you're not the alpha, I'm going to bring it to animals. I know that we are part of the animal whatever, but we're humans and we're different than animals. But in some ways, there are some things that are the same, and that would be being the alpha. If you are the head dog of a pack of animals, dogs, the alpha has the say. The alpha leads, the alpha corrects, the alpha keeps everybody on their toes. okay? Nobody challenges the alpha. If you're the head horse, you're the head horse, you lead the team. So in nature, and I always take everything back to nature, there is an alpha, okay? And we're the alpha. If you let your kids be the alpha, your house will look like your kids are the alpha. Your attitude will feel like your kids are the alpha. Your husband will feel like your kids are the alpha. It is all out of whack and discombobulated, and no one is really truly peaceful. So again, the heartbeat of this system is self-discipline and mindfulness. So being the alpha takes self-discipline, which is not fun. It is not fun to change what you've been. If you've been very passive with your children or others in your life, you may be single. You still need to be the alpha of your home, the alpha of your finances, the alpha of your decisions. You really have to be the alpha if you're single, because there's no one else to default to. So I want to address that to singles too, to empty nesters as well. The alpha is the person who's in charge of the home. Now, does that, as an empty nester, especially with retired husbands, you may notice that they want to do something, so they'll cook or they'll clean, and that's absolutely fine. Mr. B does that. He's definitely a wonderful husband. He makes me breakfast every morning. He sometimes makes me coffee, most of the time. He cleans the dishes. That's what he does. He says, no, baby, you're working all day. I'll do this. And you know what? That's fine. But guess who sets the pace? Guess who is the alpha in our home? Me, because these things are below him, really. That's not what he should be interested in. He's interested in providing and protecting. Okay? I don't want to say should. Everybody's different. But in general, God created us this way so that you are to be the alpha in your home, but you're not the alpha of the household. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so bottom line here is you've got to have some alphaism or your kids aren't going to respect you. Now I'm talking to the moms. If you don't act like the alpha and you're not the alpha, then you're going to get no alpha respect from your children. Now that does not mean that you need to run around with a pitchfork in your hand saying, dang it, do what I say. That's not being the alpha. Being the alpha is you absolutely will pick it up and put it in your room. Go calm down, whatever. You're giving directions. You're not allowing their little toe to flop over the line, because that's what they try to do. They try to flop that little toe over the line, see how far they can push you. And that self-discipline of disciplining your children, first of all, disciplining your children is not fun. It takes effort, and it takes consistency, and it takes inspecting what you expect. It also takes self-discipline, which is also not fun. Self-discipline to discipline. So it's a whole new mindset for some of you. If you're not at a whole new mindset, maybe you need to do a little polishing up. And even if you're single or you're an at-home retiree with a retired husband, or you're a widow, you have to see how this affects you and how you're in charge of your things. Other people aren't in charge of the home front. You are. Okay? All right. So that's your inspiration for the day. Are you the alpha of your home? Yes, you are. So act like it and start disciplining yourself to discipline others. And I'm telling you, discipline others, including, let's say you're single. Let's say your father wants to run your finances, but you make your own money, you pay your own way. You have to alpha up and say, you know what, Dad? You have taught me so much and I appreciate it so much, but I've got this. Okay? And even if you flub up, it's okay. And even if you go and ask for help sometimes, it's okay. You still remain the alpha in your home. Okay, enough said. That was a long conversation, but I think needed. And I'm even going to do a short on it, a little one. Okay, so today is Monday. It is Weekly Home Blessing Hour. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get up before the kids 30 minutes. We're going to do our morning routine. We're going to do a clutter stop. We're going to do laundry and paper if we have it. We're going to make breakfast. We're going to wake the kids up. We're going to put them through their morning routine. They're going to enjoy breakfast. We're going to clean it up. We're going to take kids to school if we need to. If not, we're going to go straight to work, or we're going to stay at home and do the very next thing. The very next thing, if you're not taking kids to school, or after you take kids to school, if you're an at-home homemaker, is your 15 minutes in your zone. So you'll need to have it planned in your planner, what you planned last week. And I've talked about it a day or two this last week. That you need to double check your planner, make sure you've got your 4 things picked out for your entryway. And then you're going to do the 15 minutes. Payroll, you're going to do yours on Saturday. I already said that. Now, payroll, you're at work. You do the best possible job you can. You finish out this week. You start out this week strong, and you finish it out strong. And you get stronger in your job, better at your job, more focused at your job. You're going to feel better about your job, which in essence makes you feel better about yourself, because you are the alpha of your own work. Okay, people might give you things to do, but the doing it is yours. Okay, all right. Next is at-home homemakers. If you're going to homeschool, now's the time. If there's nobody to homeschool, or your kids are on their own a little bit, or you've got little toddlers or whatever, you're going to just have the rest of the morning to enjoy whatever part of your life you're enjoying. Then a hard stop for lunch, make lunch, eat lunch, clean up after lunch. Then if you've got little ones that take a nap, put them down for a nap. If you have a little one taking an hour or 2 nap, you can do your weekly home blessing hour then. If you have a little one and a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one, you can do the weekly home blessing hour right after the 15 minutes in the morning. Just split it up. There's 10-minute jobs, little 10-minute jobs. So even if there's just 3 of you total, let's say you have a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old and you, then you do 20 minutes, which would be the vacuuming and the mopping, and each of your 2 kids would do 20 minutes. One would dust, and actually, I would give 10 minutes to the youngest one, maybe dusting or wiping the glass or emptying the garbage, one of those, and the other one would do the other 2. Then on this morning, you started your laundry. That's the other part. We have 6 steps. So the other part is you started your laundry this morning. So maybe it's time to switch your sheets to the dryer, and later on you're going to make your bed. Okay? Payroll, you're going to do that on Saturday, as I said. Now we're going to enjoy the rest of the evening. We're going to have a hard stop to make supper. Oh, make a clutter check happen in the middle of the day. Payroll comes in. They do a clutter check, their second of the day. We make dinner. We eat dinner. We clean up after dinner with the help of our family. We do our before bed routine, part A. We do a before bed routine with the children. Then we have the rest of the evening until the hard stop for getting ready to go to bed. So it is a Monday. You might have some things you do after school that you have to take kids to things. Again, discipline and mindfulness is the heartbeat of this system. If you're taking kids to all kinds of practices and you have to have food, otherwise you're making dinner at 9:30 at night, please be mindful during the day or mindful on the weekend that you prep some things that you can take with you and feed your children on the road. Don't come home and make dinner at 9 o'clock at night. You won't get to bed till way late, and you'll be wiped out, and you won't be happy the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and every day you have to do that. Some of these kids have practice 5 times a week, okay? All right, and some of us have more than one, and some of us have none, and that's okay. So 9:30, I'd like you to stop your day, go into the kitchen, finish this kitchen, which is make sure the dishes are washed, and that's only 1 or 2 because you washed after dinner. But if there's a cereal bowl or something, get that washed, put it away. And if it's dishwasher, you put soap in it, you turn it on, you make sure it's running, you wipe your sink out, put out a new towel, brush and floss, and go to bed. I know this was a little long today, but I really wanted to give you that inspiration. You are the alpha of your home. You are the alpha of this area. You're in charge of when things happen. You're the mindful one. You're the disciplined one. You're the planful one. You can do this. Have a wonderful day. Always remember that prayer changes things, that you are beautiful. So be beautiful.